All right, so last we left off, we had this problem talking about um, the pebble being dropped in a pond, and we're trying to figure out how the area of the disturbed water is changing, right? And so we set up an equation using the area of a circle. We figured out what information they told us, and now we figured out how to get the derivative, so we just got to finish up, right? So right here, down here in the red, we have our equation of dA dt is equal to pi times 2r dr dt. So, well, I know what dr dt is. They told me what this was. They told me that it would be one, oops, 1 foot per second. They also told me that when the radius is 4, so that means that r has to equal 4. So now all you have to do is take the information and substitute it in for the variables that you have. All right? So dA dt would have to equal 2 pi times the radius times dr dt, which would mean that we end up with 8 pi. So I know the value of dA dt is going to be 8 pi. But what I don't know yet are the units. So we can think about the units one of two ways. I can think about it by understanding what does dA dt represent, or I can think about what the variables that I had represented to begin with. So let's do it both ways, see which one makes more sense for you guys. Oops, shouldn't have done that. All right. So, oh man, this is not erasing very well today. But it's my fault for not being careful. So, too bad. So, the area, we're talking about the area of a circle, so I know it has to be something squared. And it's t, so this has to be some unit of time, this has to be some unit of area. Well, the units that we're working with are feet, so I'm going to say this is going to be feet per second in this instance. And the time, well, we're measuring feet, so it should be 8 pi feet per second. Every second that goes by, according to this model, the area of the circle is going to increase by 8 pi, right? Or we can think about the units that we had to begin with. So let's do it that way too to make sure we cover our bases. So we had dA dt equal 2 pi r dr dt. So this unit is feet. That's according to the problem. And this dr dt was feet per second. So we're multiplying these. So we're multiplying feet by feet per second. If we put the feet over 1, multiply these together, feet times feet will give me feet squared. 1 times second, so it gives me second. So 2 ways to come up with the units, because if you understand the units, then conceptually you understand how this is working out. Hope this helped.